at 7:30 p.m. Jonesboro residents can visit craigheadclerk.com and click on Voter View to confirm voting locations and to view a sample ballot. National listeners can learn more about their candidates at ballotready.org. And don't forget to have a valid ID with you when you go to the polls. Also, no vote, no voice. All votes matter.
It's 10:03.
KLEKLP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. Jonesboro is at work, and so are we, bringing you the best R&B and old school from back in the day to today. Shout out to everyone hard at work, all the students, retirees, and everyone listening. Your life, your music. We're KLEK 102.5 FM.
KLEK 102.5 FM, and we are back on Community Conversations for part 2. And joining us now in the studio, we have members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and today is a extra special day for them. One, it is their Founders Day, but not just any Founders Day. Today, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated celebrates 100 years of scholarship, service, sisterhood, and finer womanhood. So, ladies, I'm going to let you all go around the table and introduce yourself. So, I'll start to my left.
Hi, I'm Antoinette Wade, a Fall 14 initiate of the Iota Nu chapter and a current member of the Sigma Gamma Zeta grad chapter here in Jonesboro.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Chelsea Taylor, Spring 19 member of Iota Nu chapter.
And I am Katisha Johnson, Fall 19, a member of Iota Nu chapter as well.
All right, so we thank you ladies for being here, and I can't even imagine the emotion you feel. Like, this is 100 years of service and finer womanhood.
Yes, we done made it.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get into, I don't want to say the basic detail, but the general, details of the organization, how and when and where it got started. So
I'm gonna let the baby take care of
it.
The Leo here.
So, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated was founded in January 16th, of course, 1920, on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. Arizona Cleaver Stemmons was started, but she was inspired by her two brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and which a couple of the organizations were already started by the time Zeta came around.
Okay.
And they wanted to do something different. They wanted to have a sisterhood and a brotherhood that went together, and we are the only family that are constitutionally bound. And so at first there wasn't even enough members to start the organization. There was actually 4 original women, and then they talked to Fannie Petty Watts. She agreed, and there we are. We're in org now, and it only took 5, and we're doing amazing things.
All right, so I do want to let everyone know there's a website, z5b1920.org. You can find all this information there if you would like to learn more. And then, they'll talk to you about how to become a member if you're interested as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the foundations that the organization was built on. Like the principles or pillars or...
Our principles are scholarship, service, sisterhood, and fine woman.
Bend that mic down just slightly. Turn it. Yeah, you got. Okay, there you go. No. All right, so go ahead.
Our principles are scholarship, service, sisterhood, and finer womanhood.
Yes. Emphasis on that finer womanhood.
So y'all have to break that down because we see that everywhere. So break down finer womanhood.
So finer womanhood, a lot of people just think that it's about how you look, but it's also about how you carry yourself, your mindset. It's about carrying those other principles high. So finer womanhood is very, very important.
Alrighty, and so let's talk about the programs that were started under Zeta Phi Beta and how they incorporate those principles.
So we have different national programs. Z-Hope is Zeta's helping other people excel. Okay. And so that kind of sums up a little bit of everything. So we do elder care, we do adopt a school. So we have a lot going on as
what
far
school
as
have y'all
helping the
adopted?
Community. We have Success is one of our schools.
Yeah. That's where Miss Aisha.
Aisha, yes. Shout out to Aisha Bossy.
Is she Bossy Blue?
Bossy Blue, yes.
And that fits her perfectly.
It does. If you know Aisha, that fits her perfectly.
Got a couple Facebook shout-outs. Shout out to Chris Davis and Adrian Everett. Check in. So it looks like y'all getting some love from the brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha this morning.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Uncle.
All right, so let's talk about another program. Oh no, just to back up.
Because how does 100 feel, y'all? We can't go any further without getting the
Man.
thoughts on that.
It feels great.
It feels amazing. Actually, this is my first birthday, as I would say it, my first Founders Day. So it's like I'm super, super excited just to see what more we have in store in the future years.
Yes, for me, it's very exciting. I wouldn't call myself an old head because I've been in the game 5 years, but it's still exciting to have experienced it before, and then so much energy around Centennial, so much love, and great things in store for Zeta. So it's very exciting.
I know your soror, Cheryl Underwood, has been just hype all week long. I don't know if you all actually listen to Cheryl Underwood but she's been talking about it all week long. I've been listening when I come in the studio, and then she is her and her crew talking about it.
Yes, Cheryl, stay hype.
I want to highlight something else I'm seeing.
Oh, you didn't let her talk about what
sorry.
100 means to her.
I'm so sorry.
She thought she was gonna get away with it. No good.
Just like Tisha, this is my first birthday, and then it's double. I'm even more happy because it's Centennial and it's Founders Day. And I'm just glad I got to experience it, and I came off when I did.
Amen.
Awesome. All right, and then we'll definitely later in the show get into, why you decided to become a Zeta. I just want to let people know what your organization is all about, and let them know that you're not just about wearing jackets and colors and letters.
Absolutely.
You are about service. And so under the Z Hope tab on your website, it says, when one reviews the state of Black America, it is evident that there is still much work needed to eliminate the disparities. In spite of America's technological advances, Black America continues to experience more preventable diseases and ills. So expound on that and why it's important for you all to be out there in the community and doing what you do.
It's important, one, because in the African American community, a lot of us don't even like going to the doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
And so it's very important for us to be out in the community and educate them about different ways to prevent different diseases, and just bringing those things to them so we can make sure that they are taken care of.
And even to add to what Antoinette said, most even in the African American community, most people can't afford health care. Like, insurance is really, really expensive. So the more educated you are on it, the more programs you know that they're available. So we do find other ways to help people and maneuver around the obstacles that are put before our community.
Right. And so I'm loving, the different narratives that are written here, and I'm not going to read them all, but I encourage anyone, if you would love to learn more about this particular program, again, go to their website. And so there's another one that's on the list, Stork's Nest, and I'm really familiar with that because I know that it's something you all do on the local level. And so can you talk about what you have in store, this year concerning Stork's Nest, or is it an ongoing monthly program? Like, tell us what you all do.
It's an ongoing monthly thing. We try to keep it going as much as we can, but great program. I would say stay on the lookout for different things that we have planned as far as Iota Nu and as well as Sigma Gamma Zeta. Okay.
I know you all partnered with St. Bernard, some ladies, some doctors and nurses at St. Bernard's, one in particular, Ms. Mabel Prunty, and they do what they call Baby State, which is like a monthly or every other month. It's a gathering for mothers-to-be or mothers, and they just learn about all things parenting and babies. So I know that you all are instrumental in helping with that program as well. So you all are out there in the community making moves, doing things, uplifting, encouraging, empowering the community as a whole.
Absolutely.
I also see that you all do some work with prematurity awareness.
Yes. That is a big one as well. Prematurity awareness, especially March of Dimes, is something that kind of merges in with that, and we are very involved with that, especially when the March comes around. We volunteer, and we try to bring awareness to premature babies. Yes, they actually last year.
Last
they had a table out in the Union and they had pacifiers. I thought that was really cute, and they took pictures with the pacifiers and everything. So it's real cute.
Right, so you all also try to raise awareness on campus.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I've learned, a factor that contributes to premature birth is age. So do you try to talk to students about being safe and not getting pregnant before you're ready and things of that nature.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Alrighty.
Got some Facebook shout outs. Shout out to Adrian, who's back, says, "Good morning, Zeta ladies. Happy Founders Day to all three." And says, "Okay then, Neos." And shout out to SL Robinson. Appreciate you for checking in on our live feed. If you got a question or a comment for these ladies, you can give us a call at 870-277-1080, or you can leave your questions or your comments on our Facebook live feed. Also share this video, and ladies, be sure to share this video so that we can get some more of your sorors and the blue and white family on this feed today.
All right. I also want to let people know that you all have a foundation, National Education Foundation. I know you talked about that.
Yes.
Scholarship
Absolutely.
is very big. So
about
expound on what scholarship means to you all. Why is it important? And then this foundation.
Me personally, scholarship is very important because, one, when you come to a university, you're coming to get your degree.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what sets you up for your future.
Okay.
And so I make sure that the undergrad understand that it's very important to graduate. Like, it's great to be in the organization, but you can't stay here forever. So make sure you get that degree, come back to the grad chapter, help us out, and bring in more members. So scholarship is very important to me.
All right, I got a question for Antoinette. It was a text question. It says, ask Antoinette who her favorite coworker on there is.
My favorite coworker, shout out to Xavier Flowers, my favorite coworker. That's like my big brother.
Oh, goodness.
Everybody heard it here first, so there you go.
Yeah, so he wouldn't post on the live feed. He gonna be slick and text it to me.
All right. And so I want to ask, because you all are undergrad and Antoinette is in the grad, what are some ways the undergraduate chapter try to exemplify the principles of Zeta Phi Beta on campus?
On campus. That is not just exemplifying, it is a lifestyle.
Okay.
Zeta Phi Beta is not an org, it is every day a lifestyle. Finer womanhood, you were that before you ever joined Zeta Phi Beta.
Okay.
It's just that Zeta Phi Beta is a way to boost it, I must say.
Okay.
It showcases who you are.
Right.
Because as an individual, you're still that individual when you join Zeta Phi Beta, and as a whole, we just are able to do more. I told them I think of it as like ants. A single ant probably can't move much, but you get a whole bunch of ants, and you know what, we build mountains, and that's kind of how I see Zeta Phi Beta as a whole.
Okay. And what about some programs or events you all have on engagement events
Coming up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, tonight we have a yard show celebrating our centennial. It'll be at A States Pavilion at 6:20.
Okay.
And if you're wondering, there will be food. So it's free
food.
Come on.
Now, when we say food, are we talking about like finger food, or
Oh,
y'all
no,
gonna
we
bust out the
talking
grill?
Talking
and-
about barbecue.
That's what, so
right?
I was about to say, y'all gonna bust out the grill.
Yeah, we're gonna bring out the
Look, you
grill.
have to swing by and get us something.
Now, what's the times on this?
6:20 p.m.
6:20,
sharp.
okay.
We want
All
the
right.
community to come
So it's
out.
going-
and
it's
celebrate
going
with
down.
us. Yes.
Yes.
We also will be cleaning up our hallway. Hallway's 463 on January 25th.
Okay.
And if you see us, don't be afraid to speak or stop by and help. We love to help.
Right.
Last but not least, our Zeta Week is March 1st through the 7th. And we will have a lot of good events happening, a lot of service activities. So be looking out.
Yes, stay on the lookout for Zeta Week.
Alrighty. And so I want to also ask this, with you all being on the campus of a PWI, how important is it to stay connected and create a space, a comfortable, welcoming space for minority, not just members of Zeta, but just minority students?
I would say that is very, 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 very important. And I say that because I am a non-traditional student.
Okay.
I have been out of school for, we're going to say, 14 years plus, maybe.
High five, girl.
So coming back to finish what I started, 15 years ago, that space is important because it's kind of like when I met these young ladies, it was different for me because I already felt out of place, just because everybody is like half my age. And I
If
got
you hadn't
kids.
said that, I would have thought you in your 20s.
Yeah, no. To be honest, she would never tell us her real age.
No,
for
I've
the
been
longest.
25 for a
She
long
been 25
time.
for a long time.
And we're going to stick to it.
But I mean, if you think of the clue, she said half the age. So the average college student. Well, I'll just leave that alone.
Right? Don't tell everybody. Let me graduate first.
But I'm glad you actually mentioned that because you mentioned you being gone from the yard 14 years ago. So you actually have a unique perspective. You remember how it was, and technically 14 years ago, that's when Quabila and I were on the yard. So,
way different.
Well, I'll tell my age. I'm 41. I'm not ashamed of it. But how compare how it was then as to now? Getting back to Quabila's original question on how it's important.
Because you're disadvantaged, you feel that you're all alone. If I say that the isms don't exist, I would be lying, because they still do exist. But back then, it was more evident. It was more prone. So if you didn't have that sisterhood or those bonds, there was no survival. It was easy to say, oh, I'm done with this. I don't want to finish this. But when you build those relationships, you realize you're not in this thing by yourself. You got people that actually help hold you up, and that you can do it because it is possible.
And ladies, one thing I want to add to that, yesterday when we had the AKAs on, they said something that was actually interesting. I think it applies, and I want to get you all's thoughts on it. They said that the difference was back when we were in school, we didn't have social media. So basically, your chapter was more, your focus was on the campus itself. Now, because of social media, even a small chapter, on this college campus, the reach is much wider.
It is.
Yes, it is. It's definitely much wider with social media. All it takes is one post, and anybody around the world can see it. Yeah. So it's very important to be mindful of what you post and what you do.
Absolutely.
But social media is
because you wind up on Greek shenanigans.
yes.
Oh goodness
We don't
gracious!
want to do that.
Right. We don't want none of that. But
Watch the yard. Yeah, that's cool, but not Greek shenanigans.
Right.
But yeah, social media is very important. It can be used as an advantage, but sometimes it can be a disadvantage. Just because you just never know what you're going to get with social media.
Right. Got another Facebook shout out. Precious Ann says, I see y'all looking finer.
Yes,
Precious.
Happy Founders Day, Precious.
And also speaking to the social media aspect, we know that, again, when we were on campus a long time ago, it was word of mouth, flyers all over the place. Now it's everybody's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever.
Right.
And then some people are less likely to come out. It's like, I can engage with you. I'll watch your live video before I come out to the
Absolutely.
So watch it on Snapchat before they show up.
Right.
So again, how are you all trying to, even with the graduate chapter, how are you trying to increase that engagement within the community for one, and then on campus?
I think just being more visible.
Okay.
Even with myself, because I do have children, I've involved even my children into what Zeta is doing, so they're spreading the word, and they're a part of Kappa League here in Jonesboro. So just connecting with other Greek orgs, being that voice and being visible on campus lets them know, hey, we're here, we're not going anywhere. And even just 19, the chapter has increased tremendously. So now it's not just a few people being seen, now it's multiple of us being seen in different aspects. Like we have one that's in school on a bowling scholarship, so she reaches that group of people, and of course I'm the non-traditional mom in the room, quote unquote. So we get to reach a much larger variety of people now versus just the typical college student.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely.
You can go.
Definitely what Tisha says, just being seen.
Okay.
Because people will watch your stories and like your posts quicker than they actually come out to an event. But if you actually get out there, communicate with them, let them know that, I'm friendly, come talk to me. I feel like they would be more willing to come out and support.
Yeah. And I wish people would come out more, because we try to do some cultural awareness events like Juneteenth and Kwanzaa, and we want people to have an experience. And that's an experience you can't get from watching the video.
Exactly.
You have to be there.
Absolutely.
So we hope that people will continue to come out and support in multitude.
And I think another aspect of that is just collaboration.
Yeah.
I truly believe in collabing with other people, because like she said, you reach different demographics. You reach different groups of people. So collabing is very important to me, because we all stand for the same thing. We all trying to get to the same place. So.
All right, so I'm going to drop this nugget. I already told Cornelius from Do y'all know Cornelius Moore?
Yes, I do. Hi, Brother Moore.
And I told some other people, be on the lookout. 2021, we're going to have an old school field day.
Yes. I like that.
I don't know when, where, how. We're going to get it together.
So how come I'm just not hearing about this?
Because you've been in and out.
So what is this old school field day?
In elementary school, we had
they
used to call it May Day.
May Day, Play Day.
Okay, I'm more familiar with that term, May Day.
Yes,
So,
May Day, Play Day.
I think it's important for our youth to see us as adults engaging, interacting in a positive way. And so, yeah, we're gonna put it together. So be looking out.
That idea.
Everybody in the community be looking out
Everybody
for me.
come out.
I'll be finished with grad school, so my mind will be more open and free.
When do you finish grad school?
In May 2020.
Yes, 2020, we coming through.
So, but again, I would love to see more collaboration. I think the younger generation that's on campus, when they see the older, the mature,
Right.
I say more seasoned. Seasoned.
The finer
okay,
individuals.
when they see,
Well, you show that black don't crack, so.
Yes.
look, I need to get some stickers when you go. So, but again, it's all about community engagement.
It is.
And then engaging the community, letting them know just because you may not be a part of a sorority or fraternity, you can still engage with,
Absolutely.
with anyone.
Absolutely.
Right.
We're friendly. We love people. We
Yes.
just want you to come, or we can speak. Sometimes I'll speak to people if I see somebody, just to show people that, you don't have to
We
be afraid
people.
to talk to. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
people just like them.
We people.
Okay. Are we getting ready for a break?
Actually, we're up against the break right now.
Okay.
But we'll speak with members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated on their 100th Founders Day. And definitely congratulations to not just these ladies at the table, but every member worldwide of Zeta Phi Beta. Congratulations, ladies, on your achievement. But don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with more. This is Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
KLEK is a nonprofit community radio station and has to rely on the support of listeners like you to continue to give a voice to the community. For the cost of a meal for two, just $20 a month would go a long way to ensure you will get the music and information you need. Please take a moment and fund your support to KLEK. Every donation will help us continue this radio station, giving local people a voice on the airwaves. Our goal is to get 100 new donors. Please consider donating. No donation is too small. Learn more at klekfm.org. This portion of KLEK programming can be made possible by your business. Your support will help in educating, entertaining, and empowering the community by supporting local talent, serving the community you love, and providing information on issues you care about from a different perspective. Call 870-203-9951 or visit klekfm.org to learn how we can help connect you more with the community.
Hello, I'm Officer Jonathan Hagens of the Jonesboro Police Department. One of the best decisions I ever made was to join the Jonesboro Police Department. Since joining, I've had the pleasure to give back, protect, and serve my community. Now I want to let you know about that same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing for the patrol officers at the Valley View High School. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information, 870-935-5657.
Applications are being accepted. Applications are available at jonesboropolice.com. If you or your organization is hosting a community service event, we would like to know about it and be a part of it. KLEK will promote your event on air, online, and on social media. KLEK personalities may also attend the event and provide music and or entertainment. Certain restrictions and availability may apply. Call 870-277-1080 or email us at klek@klekfm.org. We ask that the announcement be sent at minimum 1 week in advance.
Hello, my name is Ron G, and I have something special just for you. It's called Rasta Wednesdays, where I play the best in reggae and music from the islands that speak to your conscience and soul. So grab a friend or two and join me every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for Rasta Wednesdays on KLEK 102.5. Ya Rastafari.
So do you have questions on where you should vote on Election Day? You can visit the Arkansas Secretary of State's Voter View website at www.sos.ark.gov. www.arkansas.gov or contact your local county clerk. Don't be confused on Election Day. Know where you need to vote. No vote, no voice. All votes matter.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with our guest members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. We have both the undergraduate chapter, Iota Nu, and the graduate chapter, Sigma Gamma Zeta, represented. And of course, they are celebrating their 100 Founders Day. And I think right when I was in break, Quabila was asking what all do you have planned today. I know you all mentioned in the earlier segment about the yard show, but what else is going to be going on for your celebration?
Well, today in the Union, from 12 to 1, I would say, we're serving cake and punch just to give the students on the campus a time to celebrate with us, just in case they can't make it to the yard show tonight. But we hope to see them there. Hope to see them all there.
We want to see you at the yard show, for sure.
So at the yard show, will you all be, of course, tapping, strolling, or whatever?
Well, not just strolling. We're going to show different sides of Zeta Phi Beta.
You know, we're going to...
Oh, okay.
We're actually gonna educate the community on who we are and why we are who we are and how they should be who we are.
You better say that.
See, I love the Neo energy. Like, Neo energy is so it's top level. I wish I could have that energy like that, man.
Well, I remember having it, well, I'll just be honest, my Neo year was 1997. So.
Taking us way back.
but it also ties into something we said earlier about the promotion. We didn't have the social media to put the stories and that. So I would literally print flyers and go inside every dorm and slide a flyer up under every door, climbing up it,
that's dedication.
Climbing up all 11 floors of Case Hall, and of course, back when Twin Towers. Now you really want to throw back Twin Towers, all 9 floors, ducking and dodging UPDs and chalking the sidewalks and stuff.
You know what I would have did? Just got on the roof and let them go. That's why I spread the word.
You probably would have got a fine, because then they would have been like,
clean it up.
Well, yeah, I definitely would have been hit up by UPDs then.
But then you would tell them you cleaned it up. That was your community service. There it is. I mean,
you don't know how many flyers I used to put out back. That would have been a lot of flyers.
That was probably a lot of paper too, wasn't it?
Right? We talking thousands.
Man.
Oh, wow.
And I would chalk the whole campus by myself.
Ooh.
My goodness.
Dedication for real.
Does anyone chalk the sidewalks anymore?
They do sometimes. I know SAB, they do from time to time, so.
Alrighty then. Now I want to ask about youth engagement. I know some of the sororities and fraternities have youth programs on local levels, and so do you currently have one in place, or are you working on one?
We are most definitely working on one.
Yes.
Right. I mean,
2020, we ready. Like, we ready to go ahead and reach out to the youth and show them the way of final womanhood. So that's something we're really working on, our auxiliaries here in Jonesboro.
And I think there's enough children to go around. There's enough people to go around, enough mentors to go around.
Absolutely.
Anything that can help our children stay on the right path and lead them to a path of success. And success looks different for everybody.
Yes.
However, if we don't give them tools early enough,
that's true.
They're
going
to go somewhere, straight off somewhere else. And as parents, we know how important it is to have our kids
in the right place.
Yes. And I have a son. You have boys.
Oh, I have boys and girls.
Okay.
I love those little people. Yes, they're a range of variety and ages as well. I couldn't get my life right at one time. They have beautiful age gaps in between.
All right. Well, speaking on that, because you are one of the more mature in age ones in the undergraduate, do you use your wisdom and knowledge to share with the babies?
Absolutely. They are ready for me to leave some days.
That's Mama Tish.
Yes, I turn into the mom real quick.
Mama Tish even be talking to me.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. But I'll be like, you wiser in years. I just got a couple Zeta years on you. So I listen because you can learn from everybody.
And I think that's important. Leganzi mentioned, there's several Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube channels that show the dark side.
Absolutely.
The ratchet side, because some people take it too far.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they put they have a tendency to put a not so pleasant name on the organization.
Okay.
So I love that you all try to keep it on the positive side. And so, because you don't want individuals joining for the wrong reason.
Right.
You want to say, oh, they're the party group. They're the, you know, they turn up.
Absolutely.
But, I don't think people realize that it's more than just wearing a T-shirt and walking around campus and strolling and throwing a party.
It's work and it's money.
Especially
once you get in the grad chapter.
Definitely money and work.
You don't just pay money
chapter.
once. That money keep going. You want to see your chapter grow, so you put in your own money. So it's definitely a business. That's why Incorporated is on the end. So people just don't realize that sometimes.
We got some more Facebook shout outs. Still CR says, I spy with my little eye some finer women.
Happy Founders Day, Cecily.
And then Adrian says, we did that too, brother. Chris said, the Zetas are giving me life in all caps.
Yes.
And Adrian comes back and says, yes, sir, those were the good old days. We printed out thousands back in my day, brother.
Wow, y'all were dedicated.
Y'all was killing all the trees.
So now, thanks to social media, you can just send a snap or Instagram, post something. So okay.
Well, I'm gonna quickly just break on that subject. We're gonna get back to the interview. But back in those days, you had a lot more people attend the party.
Absolutely.
There were like if we had 400 people come to the party, that was a bad night for us.
Right.
But I've always said that that's one of the unintended consequences of social media, because again, of course, everybody can probably remember first party of the year. Everybody looked forward to it because all the guys are not just in Jonesboro but surrounding communities would want to come to the first party to see. All right, where are all these new freshman females?
Right.
So that part was guaranteed to be lit, or as we say, crunk.
Right.
But now, if you want to know what's going on the yard, or if you want to meet women or meet men, or meet whoever,
they got apps.
All you gotta do is just pull out your phone, quick scroll. You already know the business. Got another Facebook shout out, another one of your sorors and one of our supporters, Teresa Jones. She's like I said, she's an old head as well. Hopefully she won't get mad at me for saying that.
Happy
seasons. Yeah, she's seasoned as well.
Happy Founders Day.
Teresa, definitely appreciate you for checking in. Happy Founders Day to you, and thanks for your support of KLEK.
And to add on to what you're saying too, I just think too, the generation that we're raising now are more self-engaged. So back in our generation, we knew that even as the oldest child, you knew it was your job to take care of your siblings. And now it's kind of self-love, self-care, and they forget that self can't do everything. We all need somebody. Exactly. We all need somebody. So that's even where these organizations come in and play a major role, because they teach that sisterly love, that sisterhood. So even if you feel like you're alone, you're really not alone. Even if you're quiet, we hear you. Even if you think you're invisible, we see you.
I just gotta say something.
Yes, sir.
That hat is giving me life.
Thank you.
I mean, it's so just that blue is just hidden, just right there.
Right.
Then it's got that Z5B stitched on there. I mean,
that's the light.
So I gotta give you props on that.
Thank you.
All right, getting back to the Facebook Live feed. Adrian says it ain't the same, Quabila. Teresa says, hey, sorors, with the Z at the end. 100 years strong.
Yes.
Adrian comes back and says, the first party of every semester, then during everybody's Greek weeks, it was parties from Thursday through Saturday. And Teresa Jones said, I heard that.
Oh, goodness. So I want to ask about, I know you can't give away all the details, everything you have in the works on your calendar for 2020, but what are some things that individuals can look for in the undergrad and the graduate chapter? We are in a political season, so voter registration, voter education is vital. But, also we live in a time where opioid use and abuse is high, teen pregnancy, STD, AIDS, all that not so great stuff is happening. So what are some programs, and then are you all going to try to expand and incorporate some of those social awareness issues and those health awareness issues into that?
Grad chapter is definitely looking to do more social community service things in the community, because we do want to reach out and touch different subjects that we haven't touched, like opioid overdose and things like that. We want to bring awareness to those situations. So more community outreach is definitely something that Sigma Gamma Zeta as well as Iota Nu really want to touch on for 2020.
Okay. Yes, the undergrad, we're really trying to branch out more, since we are a community conscious organization. We want to reach not just the campus, but like everyone in the community. we want to like touch on everything. I know we have an STD event,
Okay.
a joint one with the Sigmas, and it'll be in April.
Well,
So
definitely let us
we'll
know
be
about
touching on
that.
everything on that one.
Yes.
That one is so. That room needs to be packed. I mean,
Yes.
again, even though times have changed, the game of life is still the same.
Still the same.
And so the players have changed.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But and everyone still needs that information
Right.
and the types of diseases and things that are out there now.
And you
Anyway,
can't
it's
be
a whole
afraid of those
different-
conversations.
Yes.
Because a lot of times people just scurry around the conversation because it's hard to have, but it needs to be had. So
It needs to be.
Definitely let us know when that's going down so we can help spread the word for you all
Absolutely.
as well. I think an engaged and informed community is a better community,
It
a more
is.
empowered community.
It is.
Yes.
So definitely let us know about that. And so, what about some organizations may have some different types of charity events that benefit the organization, as in you give out scholarships, things of that nature. So, what is something that Zeta does?
So actually, right now, Zeta, as a national organization, has a centennial scholarship.
Okay.
It is $100,000 to yes, it is $100,000 to a high school girl that is. You do not have to be interested in Zeta.
Right.
To apply for this, you just need a 3.0 GPA and community service hours, and fill out the application.
That will pay for
Everything, and it's a national search, so it's just not in one place. So
God. Can you tell us some of the qualifications? Do you know some of the qualifications?
I believe I can. I think I have it on hand right here.
I know
So-
it has been an exemplary student.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So they must be a graduate in May.
Okay.
3.0 GPA,
Really?
community service and involvement is a plus. And like I said, you don't have to have any affiliation with Zeta Phi Beta or any member. And the application is due February 28th, 2020, and the decision will be made in June.
All right.
Get those applications in, you all. Get those
Everybody,
applications in.
every
$100,000.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
And see, if that's true, that can get you through grad school at A State.
Yeah.
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 Maybe even do a PhD.
So you all pay directly to the school. Well, Zeta, the organization, will pay directly to the school.
Absolutely.
Cover books, dorm.
Yes.
Look,
Everything.
they can get the best meal plan. Because look, I know what it's like living on campus. And
Hold up,
you,
and see, I'm about to hit you in that one of those throwback memories, y'all. At the end of the semester, you have about $100 left on your flex plan. And you go to the Twin Tower store and you
Buy up everything.
and then turn around and sell, make you a little extra money. Adrian, I know you know about that. Got a couple more Facebook shout outs. Still CR says Vital Initiative Sorors with the Z on the end.
Yes.
And she says information on deck.
all right. So,
Thank you.
concerning the scholarship, have you all sent the information out to the local school counselors?
Actually, I am working on that because I
Okay.
actually work with the admission office here at Arkansas State.
Okay.
So I'm going to be reaching out to different counselors and getting that information out. And Sigma Gamma Zeta actually is working on a local scholarship as well.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And so, do you also work closely with Dr. Brian Terry?
Yes,
Okay.
that is my boss.
Oh, that's
So,
okay.
yes, yes.
Well, then most definitely then. All right.
So how does it feel to have a boss that's in the family?
It's great because he's always there. He gives great advice. He's like, if you need anything, let me know.
Good.
And that's all love.
You need me to add some?
Sure.
'Cause we need these brownie points.
Well, go ahead, because I'm about to actually transition into, so go ahead.
I really didn't have anything.
Well, basically, of course,
Well, as a student, then having someone in a high position on campus, how does it make you feel?
Feels like someone's on our side, so it feels good.
And not only it's just a feeling, it shows that we can do it, that there are role
Yes,
models, people before us
yes.
that have already
True.
done it. And it's an encouragement factor, We know that the Five Pearls did it, but that was way back then. But to see somebody more modern to go ahead and pursue their dreams and to reach those goals, even on Arkansas State's campus,
Right.
it's like hey, girl, y'all hang in there, y'all can do it, keep building.
Right.
well, and I want to kind of transition that into something else. One thing that you all have as undergraduates that we did not have is you now have people in very high positions that not only look like us but are members of D9 organizations such as Dr. Terry, Dr. Gibson, Dr. Williams. Whereas that when you were first in school in the Kabila Line School, that would have been unheard of. Of course, we have obviously the circle of the first black professors, of course, which one of them was Dr. Richmond, but to have 3 Greek vice chancellors.
Yes.
That would just, we couldn't have fathomed that.
Right.
And so it's definitely been advantageous and a resource that all the D9 organizations need to take advantage of.
Absolutely.
Yes. Connections, network is very important.
It is.
Because no matter what organization you're involved in, I can guarantee you those people will help you out with anything that you need.
Because
they're always there.
Even though the letters may be different, they all understand the struggle.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yes.
And of course, man, still CR is just on fire here. She says, "Come on, wisdom with the Z."
Yes. Cecily, you ain't doing no work today, but love you, girl.
Oh, goodness. And so, kind of taking it back a little bit, looking at the time, and I asked all the organizations this because they were starting in the early 1900s, and we know what the temperature of the climate was like all across America. And during the 1920s was when, the 19th Amendment was finally ratified. So talk about what do you feel the founders, went through, the experience, and why starting this organization was just so vital, especially with black women.
That's a good question.
Well, I think it was a beam of hope,
good way to put it.
To be in a dark place, to where you didn't have rights before, and all of a sudden, hey, that bombshell dropped, and you're like, all right, all these thoughts and dreams, because women have never ever not dreamed. We've just never been able to carry out those dreams. And so now you have this opportunity to do something that's bigger than yourself, something that's greater than yourself. And even when Zeta Phi Beta was started, we needed a push then to even get started. It took a brother, that's exactly right, of Phi Beta Sigma to say, hey, ladies, you got the strength. You can do this. We need someone just like you to get this carried out. We know other orgs exist, but they're not what we need to reach these goals. So, we're all uniquely designed for our specific goals and our specific roles.
Okay. And I'm just looking at, 1920, which this year is 100 years.
Yes, ma'am.
For women's right to vote, and 100 years of Zeta Phi Beta.
Yes, exactly.
We need, as women, even though I'm not a member of anything, we all need to still rally together,
absolutely,
support each other and uplift each other.
And even when Zeta Phi Beta was founded, the Deltas and the AKAs gave us a welcoming party.
Yes,
so it's not like you said earlier. Even though we wear different letters and different colors, we're still all serving the same purpose.
Yes,
women empowerment.
Yes,
amen.
Yep, and you've definitely seen all this week. You talk about cake and punch. So I think this week students on campus should definitely right. They got some red cakes, some pink cakes, and now some blue cake.
Oh, and it's okay, because guess what happens later on this month? Health and wellness with Zeta Phi Beta. We'll have to work all that cake off.
Right.
We got you.
All right, so eat cake and punch this week. So work out with the Zetas, and I know the AKAs have the pink goes red. So you get to work out those calories. As if walking across campus don't work out enough calories.
I do not miss that walk. I promise you.
I'll be using the scooters now. I can't even.
You see what technology has done. You see what technology has done.
That walk help keep those pounds off.
That's true.
Because once you graduate,
yeah, it's all down here from there, huh?
I used to be real skinny.
I remember I lived in Case Hall, and I had an 8 o'clock class in the science building. Ooh. Trying to get up the hill and then across campus. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I lived in Case.
That was horrible.
I lived in Case Hall all 4 years, and I pretty much lived in the Hypers. So
oh my gosh,
that was a good walk.
Oh my gosh, so I love that we have these older stories, and hopefully y'all need to share some of these stories with these younger ones. Look. And not to say, back in my day, like we so old. However, times have changed. Exactly. I wish y'all could have seen the old student union. Oh my gosh, the probates that were in the parking lot behind the old student.
Yeah, I DJ'd.
I'm too young.
But actually, if you want to see one, You
got
can
one
actually
on
watch
YouTube?
my very own probate, and I finally found one of my LBs finally got to me. Look up Theta Upsilon 1997 probate. And of course, you will see a very skinny me trying to step. But not just that, but you'll actually see how it looked back in those days before the parking garage, when it was just a slab and this little concrete riser to where the DJ would set up at. So again, if you want to get a glimpse of a probate from back in the days, just look up Alpha Phi Alpha Theta Upsilon Spring 97 probate.
Yeah. All right, ladies. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Got more Facebook shout outs. Shout out to Renisha James, Erica Jenkins, love from Sigma Gamma Rho, and Precious Ann, and Jose Gonzalez, and Sheila James. So appreciate each and every one of you checking in on our live feed. Gonna get ready to go into our final break, but don't go anywhere. Back with more of Zeta Phi Beta on their 100th Founders Day. This is Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. Let me get a Z5 right quick. We'll be back.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Life is too short and precious to do nothing. This is Focus on Women. I'm Celeste. I am in the preparation phase of redesigning my life. It's a time of gathering my thoughts, brushing off some old dreams, and taking a personal assessment. Along the way, I've discovered several poems that are especially meaningful as I look forward. I tell you this in hopes that you will join me in the process and be inspired by the poems as well. Here's how one goes. Life is too short and precious to not forgive. Holding on to negative feelings leaves little or no room for positive ones. Life is too short and precious to waste. Wasting time being angry, wasting energy being stubborn, wasting great possibilities for fulfillment, being full of pride, wasting opportunities for love. Life is too short and precious to not love. Love is what life is all about. There are so many forms and so many ways for love to be expressed. The key is that we must be open to it and willingly make efforts to give and receive as much as possible. People die every day, young ones, old ones, sick ones, healthy ones, in a variety of ways, but you are still here. You still have the opportunity to forgive all who have wronged you, to let go of false pride and live life with abandonment, to give and receive a massive amount of love. What will you do? Life is too short and precious to do nothing. For Focus on Women, I'm Celeste Johnson.
Focus on Women is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
KLEK thanks Charles and Candace Mabry and the staff of Mabry Smokehouse for their support of KLEK and dedication to the Jonesboro community. Mabry's offers Texas-style barbecue, beef brisket, pulled pork, ribs, rib tips, chicken wings, smoked sausage, barbecue fries and nachos, sides, and desserts. Located 1504 Red Wolf Boulevard, Jonesboro. Open 11 to 8, Tuesday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday. More info, Mabry Smokehouse on Facebook.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
The Kappa Leadership Development League, also known as Kappa League, is the flagship initiative of the God Right Service Program of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Incorporated. God Right and Kappa League places successful men at the disposal of youth needing inspiration and counsel regarding career choices and arouses the community in the problems of youth seeking to realize lives of usefulness. The Jonesboro Kappa League was founded January 28, 2017 with the motto of brotherhood, leadership, and service. Some of the Jonesboro Kappa League's programs for NA Food Bank, Code Season Clothes Closet, Adopt a Highway, NAACP, the Sunday of Hope campaign for St. Jude, and more. Details about the Jonesboro Kappa League God Right are available at Kappa League Jonesboro on Facebook, Jonesboro_Kappa League on Instagram, and Jonesboro Kappa League at gmail.com. God Right Kappa League is a non-profit organization.
Hello, my name is Ron G, and I have something special just for you. It's called Rasta Wednesdays, where I play the best in reggae and music from the islands that speak to your conscience and soul. So grab a friend or two and join me every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for Rasta Wednesdays on KLEK 102.5. Ya Rastafari.
KLEK 102.5 FM salutes small businesses. Small businesses promote local character and success, keeping money in the local economy, local jobs, entrepreneurship, community well-being, and so much more. Contact us today to learn more on how your small business could be featured on KLEK for as little as $25 per month.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with our guests, members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, celebrating their 100th Founders Day. And once again, happy 100th to you ladies.
Thank
you.
All right, Kabila.
All right, so in this last segment, just make it lighthearted and share some stories and share why you became a Zeta.
I guess since I'm the most seasoned, I go first. So, why I joined Zeta was because, one, I just feel like it fit me more. I feel like I didn't have to change who I was to be in the organization. And then there's just no cookie cutter image to me of what a Zeta is. Like, you can't just walk around and be like, she is Zeta. I definitely know she is Zeta.
You did, yeah.
And so I just appreciated the aspect, and then the principals spoke to me as well. So I was like, yeah, Zeta is where I need to be.
So, okay.
I wish I would have went first.
She stole your words, didn't she?
But yeah, I didn't really have any Greek inspiration in my life because none of my family members are Greek. And so when I got to college, I was just, looking around. And Zetas, they always just seemed cool. They didn't do too much. They was just laid back. And I'm like, that's how I am. And then I was like, they don't look a certain way, so I don't have to look, to fit like I, fit the stereotypes. But I don't know.
It fits you.
It fits me.
It was in your heart.
I'm gonna help you out.
It was in my heart.
That's great. I was born blue.
All right.
With that being said, I do come from Legacy.
Okay.
But that had nothing to do with why I became a Zeta. I actually started my journey first on the campus of Russ College in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Those were some of the, other than my mom, the first Zetas that I seen. But like Zeta principals, they were who I was already. Like the service, all that work came through, old school church. Back in our day, we didn't have a choice.
Yes.
And it grew on me, which my favorite color was already royal blue. So why would I choose anything? So it just smoothed me on in.
All right, got some more Facebook shout outs. Teresa Jones says, thank you, ladies, and so sweet. Of course, I'm sure that's in response to that Z5. And I got to shout out my cousin, Cassandra Collins Whitlow. She is from Detroit. She actually was initiated a solo into Zeta Phi Beta. So happy Founders Day, cuz.
Happy Founders Day.
Wow.
And shout out to Melissa Jackson. Appreciate you for checking in on our Facebook live feed.
Thanks, Jackson.
So I know we listened to some comedic, interpretations.
We're watching duck videos during the break.
So I know one of the running themes is the aces are short, the tails are tall. Like, is it like a thing or just?
It is a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's how we line up.
Oh, okay.
Well, we kind of made a blotch up that I ain't gonna tell anybody about.
Mm-hmm.
But, we got one line that ain't so like that, but it's okay.
You kind of fall into your role,
Yeah, okay.
You fall into it sometimes.
Yeah. So, and then tell us what your names are. I know everyone has a name, and then If you can share, like, how you got that name.
So my name is Outspoken Ace.
Okay.
Ace Club?
I got that name because I'm pretty outspoken. I speak my mind.
Oh.
All the time.
But it's all out of love
Okay.
and want to see growth. So Outspoken Ace.
And she is a tennis shoe connoisseur. She even has her own YouTube
I have
channel.
my own YouTube.
But we only got 2.5 minutes, so we're not going to talk about this.
My name is Quasi Blue, and I'm a Deuce Club, you know. But
Deuce.
I couldn't find a name at first, and my boyfriend's dad helped me out, so it's Quasi. No, I'm quiet, so Z for Zeta, Blue.
All right.
That's interesting.
And I am chosen for Blue, the Rock.
Okay.
If you smell... Oh,
they don't know nothing about that. But yeah, chosen for Blue, I feel like, I'm very religious. Many are called, few are chosen, and I just so happen to be one of the chosen for the Blue.
All righty then. Thank you, ladies. It's been such a pleasure having you on here, and I can't wait to see what you have in store.
Thank you.
For 2020, you're going to turn Jonesboro blue and white.
Absolutely. You better watch it.
All right, getting ready to get by here. Cassandra says, hey, cuz, and thanks. Well, Cassandra, hope you and ladies at the table and all the Zetas worldwide enjoy your Founders Day. We got 90 seconds left. Any shout-outs, anything else you want to say that we did not cover or touch on?
Go ahead.
Make sure you come out to the Yard Show tonight, 6:20 at the Pavilion on the campus of Arkansas State University.
And then go get fit.
Yeah, they're going to have food. They said they fired up the grill. Mm-hmm. So who's on the grill?
My mom.
Her mother is
Thanks,
on the
Mom.
grill.
Shout out to Teresa Williams.
All righty.
All righty. So, we still have a minute. Is it a minute?
Yeah, we have less than a minute. So, any other shout-outs?
Oh, yeah, of course, to my wonderful support team. I have these lovely ladies of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated of the Ionuda chapter.
Yes.
And, of course, our grad chapter. They've been wonderful assistance to us coming in the intake process. My lovely children.
She got all the shout-outs.
Listen, yes, because I've made them a part of Zeta Phi Beta, on the slick side. Even though they belong to Kappa League, but, they got to help us out too.
Okay. Alrighty then.
I guess I'll shout out my YouTube then since we got a little
you got
seconds.
25 seconds.
Check out Net Sneak Review. That is NET space SNKREVIEW on YouTube. I review sneakers. I'm gonna do a little bit more too, but
she may do some blue sneakers. I can't promise you that, but thank you, ladies, for stopping by. Congratulations, 100 years. Make it great. You guys have a great and blessed day. This is a community conversation. One last Z5.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Broadcasting from the First National Bank Tower, this is KLEK-LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council.